everything else is virtually identical. With the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Unit, with Secretary Manny Flores, Director of Athletics Nancy Hill. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sal Diamato, Gabriel Zabatis, and Otto Torrero. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, John McCarthy. And now, live on Fox from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler and a boxer, holding a professional record, 15 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 124 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, he is the Ultimate Fighter Season 14 winner. Introducing the challenger, John the Magician Dodson! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a penetration fighter, holding a professional record, 16 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Parkland, Washington, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johson!
Flyweight Championship of the world. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step back so we can start. Good luck to both of you.
Big John McCarthy, our referee for this, our main event of the evening. Demetrious Johson and John Dodson. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds. A belt once again is on the line here live on Fox. And here we go. Our fight clock is brought to you by Die Hard Yippee-Ki-Yay, February 14th, only in theaters. Rated R. Southpaw, John Dodson in the gray and white. Black trunks for the champion Mighty Mouse.
What Demetrious Johson has, because of his technical proficiencies, the unique ability to not be there when you're trying to hit him, along with his speed. And he also has the unique ability to do things that you don't expect when you least expect them. What John Dodson has is the ability to put you unconscious if you make a mistake, and a ever-growing arsenal of techniques himself.
Which would be quite an accomplishment against Demetrious Johson, who has never been finished in his professional career.
Well, it's because he's so technical. He finds the rhythm of the fight, and he knows exactly how to move to avoid your attacks. The question is, does John Dodson, has his technical proficiency raised himself up to the level where he can attack and land?
20th pro fight for the champion, 21st pro fight for the challenger.
That was a nice switch kick off the front leg by Dodson, no telegraphing it at all. And he's going to have to do a lot of that in this fight.
The two fastest men in MMA. And you want to talk about seamless transitions. Demetrious Johson may very well have the best
he clipped him
in the sport.
He clipped him already.
From striking the takedowns, and there's the big power of John Dodson.
And the way he's throwing it, he's not winding up, he's not throwing haymakers, he's throwing it right from the shoulder. The Mighty Mouse has to be very careful of that, especially in the early rounds.
We saw the power of Dodson showcased on The Ultimate Fighter with a knockout of Johnny Bedford and a TKO of TJ Dillashaw to win the event.
Another thing that can be important for Dodson is surviving into the championship rounds and pacing himself, because he's never been in the 4th and 5th round before, whereas Mighty Mouse Johson is a veteran.
Dodson with a big smile on his face. I mean, he was like literally like a little kid during the introductions.
Good straight right that landed.
Both tried to
block that knee.
And we know from watching Demetrious Johnson, Joe, he never seems to tire.
It's interesting, though, that Demetrious is missing far more than we used to see him. He's throwing a lot of wild punches himself, just trying to get a bead on where Dodson's going to be, because Dodson is probably the fastest guy he's ever faced.
Yeah, he's only landed 1/3 of his punches so far. So credit the elusive John Dodson, the magician.
And there was a nice duck under, but Dodson recovers and adjusts very quickly.
They are just so fast. 6-fight winning streak for John Dodson. 3-fight unbeaten streak, Joe, for the champion. Total strikes thus far in the fight. Johnson with 14 to Dodson's 8.
Good straight left. He caught him coming in, and Demetrious has to be worried about that. John Dodson also in that southpaw position, much like we saw in the Pettis fight against Cerrone, by having his right leg forward, whereas Demetrious has his left leg forward in the orthodox stance. Dodson opens it up for that power kick to the body. Both guys.
And there a switch of the stance by the champion.
And he looks for a takedown.
Almost.
And briefly, as Dodson's hands touching the mat,
Got it.
has got him down. Dodson's pushing off. Good job pushing off and scooting his hips, trying to adjust. He wants to get one of his legs out. Whereas Mighty Mouse will transition and try to take him down with a single. And there he has that.
Big swing and a miss.
He caught him with a big punch there, though, Mike. He caught him clean with that right hand in that exchange.
Missed, but stayed with it. Right in the corner of John Dodson with Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn and company.
And Dodson, who is a very good wrestler, is in a good position here. Has him pressed up against the cage. We may see Dodson try to return the favor and take Demetrious down. He lets him go.
State champion, born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. State champion in wrestling, Joe. Final seconds of round number 1.
Watch your heads.
A good battle for the title thus far.
Good job. Watch your head.
This thing popping up.
I know. Cable's more annoying than...
I shouldn't have to stop watching a show or cancel a recording. Cable's worse than...
Totally. You need to upgrade to DirecTV and get the new Genie. She lets you record 5 shows at once.
Wow. DirecTV is better than...
Record 5 shows at once with the new DirecTV Genie. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Want to make a great car interior? Stop looking at car interiors. Get inspired by other stuff. Yep, okay. Sure, why not? Whoa, touchscreens. Put that in your dash. Now, luxury stuff. Make your seats like that. That thing has Wi-Fi. Why doesn't your car?
You can't do that.
Ignore that guy. Give it Wi-Fi. Make it fit 5 people. No, 5 actual size people. Give them legroom. Good. Destroy boring car interiors forever. And that's how you do it. Easy.
Joe, technical advice in both quarters, but maybe the greatest message Matt Hume said to Demetrious Johnson was, and hit him. Because sometimes it is just, as Chael Sonnen would say, a fist fight. Wants him to stay with those takedowns. And Greg Johnson saying to Dodson, not Johnson's Jackson, almost, yeah. Greg Jackson says to John Dodson as he fights Demetrious Johnson to watch out for the takedowns. Good left.
Good combination by Dodson. Dodson has got to stop letting Johnson push the pace. Johnson is controlling the center of the octagon, and he's the one who's pressing the attack. The other question is whether or not it hurts John Dodson to get down to 125 pounds. He really doesn't have that much experience at this weight class in the UFC.
Won the Ultimate Fighter at 135.
Yeah, we don't know how difficult it is for him to do it. Demetrious knows how to do it. He's got it down to an art. And he's had some experience at 135 himself. But one of the things that Mighty Mouse said is that Dodson tires. And one of the reasons he believes he tires is because he explodes into everything. And you can't sprint for 25 minutes.
Johson has landed 2 takedowns. He is undefeated when he has landed more takedowns than his opponent.
His pressure is outstanding. I mean, he does not let you breathe. He's constantly on you. And when you're watching at home, I mean, that might not mean much, but when you're trying to think and react to a guy and he never lets you step back and assess the situation. That's a big left hand by Dodson. A very big left hand.
Quick hands thrown by John Dodson. Now, Rob Radford, who has been the boxing coach for Rich Franklin for years. Now, keep in mind, Rich Franklin has trained a lot in Seattle with Matt Hume, said it was that relentless pace that he believes will wear down John Dodson because Demetrious does.
Oh! Big punch!
Again.
He's hurt.
That's
he is hurt
in this round, Joe.
And that one really hurt him, Mike. His mouth is open. He's breathing in it. He got clipped again.
Going after it is the
and
magician.
AC took the shot. He's hurt. That is the thing that separates these two guys.
The power of John Dodson.
They both have the speed. Dodson has more power. Mighty Mouse has a bit more technique and footwork. But Dodson right now has confidence in his corner.
Again, he looks for it. Would you want Dodson to go a little bit tighter right here and look to do more damage, Joe?
I think he knows what he's capable of, and he knows that he's landed that shot in clean exchanges. And I think he's starting to dial in his timing. Yep, and there it is right there.
There you go.
He nailed it again. I think it's important that he doesn't get wild. If he gets wild, as we saw earlier tonight with Mike Russo, you know, by the way, blow your wad is a gambling term, you dirty people. People tweeted me terrible things. But that's very important that a fighter manage his energy output in a fight. Good left hook again.
Another thing, too, is you get off balance, Demetrious Johnson puts you on your back.
Yes, very good point. And if you make wild punches, you open yourself up to that power double, which he has timed brilliantly. But right now, Johnson is fighting in this round with a little bit of desperation, which also leads him to leave himself open to get countered. You see the blood coming out of his nose.
And 2 of the greatest minds in the sport with Greg Jackson and Matt Hume in the corners. 2 ultra-talented flyweight fighters. Man, he saw that coming, didn't he? Couple of takedowns early, and now the last couple have been stuffed by Dodson.
Dodson just took a big deep breath though there, Mike.
Under a minute on the clock here in the second, Joe. Remember, it's a 5-round fight.
Yeah, and again, one of the weapons of Demetrious Johnson will be his cardio and his ability to keep up this exact pace with this exact output for 25 minutes easily. The question is, can John Dodson do the same thing?
Johnson seems recovered from those shots earlier in the round.
Yeah, and that is testament to his conditioning. But John Dodson knows that he can blast. And he caught him again.
15 seconds on the clock here in the second.
Nice knee, very nicely timed knee.
Round 2 is now in the books.
Good knees to the body by DJ.
Good job,
The UFC Flyweight World Championship on the line here in our main event of the evening on Fox UFC Saturday. Matt Hume calling for more inside leg kicks, some changing of levels, and for Demetrious Johnson, the champion, to move forward. Greg Jackson telling John Dodson, how about a little desperation here? Let's push the pace if we can.
Well, Matt Hume technically was saying that he wants to make sure that Johson is never at arm's length. What does that mean? That means when he throws a technique, he either is closer than the length of his arms or he's further away. When he's getting caught is when he's standing right in front of him, which is absolutely correct. And he caught him right there.
Which was right
Perfect
there, exactly.
example.
Yep.
So he wants him down low in close or outside.
Stuff him or stay out of range.
And always cutting angles after the attack. And unpredictable angles.
And with that tremendous footwork, we often see Johson throw, and then leave. And he got caught a couple of times on a counter.
Well, he's also getting caught because Dodson is just blindingly fast.
Absolutely.
And it's probably the first time he's ever met anybody who's as fast as him. Like right there, he went for that shot. Dodson saw it coming and nailed it with a knee. And look at this takedown defense. Dodson's takedown defense and his athleticism is just absolutely ridiculous.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, he got caught low.
Yes, he did.
Get over here.
Oh, no.
Go that way. Johnny, come here. I want you to get up for me. Move over here.
Big John McCarthy talking to John Dodson.
Let's take a look at it, ladies and gentlemen, because that's something we do at the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Just grazed it, but enough.
You good? You ready to go? Stay right there.
John Dodson it wasn't a full flush shot,
movement,
so
but I need you
he's
to watch
gonna be
what's going
okay,
on, all right?
but it's
All right, be careful with the next
terrible
one.
design by Mother Nature.
You ready? Fight!
And that's why it's illegal.
Accidental. Great show of class by both men. The battle continues. We are approaching the midway point of this 25-minute fight. Will it go that far?
What's amazing is that back when groin shots were legal, they weren't really a factor in fights. Flying knee by Dodson.
Man, he just explodes so quickly.
Well, he can move in this freakish ways that if you haven't trained with a guy like him, you would never expect it.
Oh,
caught him again.
Straight left.
And again, at the end of the punch, right at arm's reach.
Let's watch the distance, Joe, that you spoke of then, with Demetrious Johson in mind. Good kick by Mighty Mouse.
I'll tell you one thing we're learning about Johson is his ability to take a punch, because it's very good. He got clipped, he got dropped, but he is fine, and he's moving at the exact same pace here in the third. Good right hand, a nice left behind it.
Another flurry.
Boy, those haymakers by Dodson, though, are just barely missing the mark. And he ducked under that one. That was a good one. That one he saw coming, and he got a good angle on it. And there he caught it right in the head.
You know what I like there is Johson changed his footwork, changed his timing, and thus was able to land the punch.
Yes.
That stutter step, if you will.
One thing that could be a problem for Dodson is that once you knock a guy down and you land a very nice shot to the body, that was a big kick to the body, and DJ took a big deep breath afterwards. But one of the things I was going to say is that when you knock a guy down, oftentimes you go back to that. You go back to that well too many times because you have so much confidence in it, and it destroys your technical rhythm. You go looking to headhunt, and he's down.
His first takedown in a while.
A good elbow from the bottom by Dodson.
Under 90 seconds on the clock here in the third.
That was a response to one from the top by Johson.
Dodson trying to get to the wall on the cage in the wall walk here.
He's trying to trap that leg with his right, but once Dodson has one knee up, it's very hard to keep him down. But look, is Johson able to do so?
Get your foot out of the cage, Deej.
Shots to the rib cage of John Dodson. Under a minute on the clock here in the third.
Full guard for Dodson. Now let's see if Dodson attacks off of his back. I would imagine that Dodson is very well reversed in all aspects. Nice knee, very good shot. Constant pressure by DJ, just constant by the champion. Nice knee to the body there by Dodson.
20 seconds on the clock here in the third, Joe. We have almost made our way to the championship rounds. Here's another knee.
And another haymaker left by Dodson.
Final seconds of the round. Counter left. Joe, that first round featured the Magician with some punches that landed and a knockdown is the result.
There was a good shot that kind of caught him square, but this one is much better. That one really dropped him. And here's another one in the second round. And that was the biggest one.
Yes.
That big left hook that clipped him right in the chin. And that's the one that sent him scrambling. The first one was basically caught him flat.
Slow down for me. Okay, now it's going to come down to these last 2 rounds.
Greg
Okay,
Jackson.
Johnny D, here's what I need from you, okay? And you win. Stay busy. Okay. 10 minutes of staying busy? Oh my God, you do that your whole life. Sir.
Fakes and feints, keep movement, making him miss. When you make him miss, your counters are beautiful, all right? Make him miss, and you counter it hard, all right? He's coming hard.
Hey, go in your fight.
Greg Jackson in the corner always sounds like he's coaching Little League.
You know what I love about it? He gets excited once a year, whether he needs to or not. I think it's once, though, Greg Jackson.
Oh, yeah, he'll start
and then hands it
screaming at
off
you.
to Mike Winklejohn.
Yeah.
Ready?
Both men in great hands with their corner and their training partners. Dodson and Johson, championship rounds.
Very nice leg kick there by Dodson. He needs more of that to slow down the movement, and he lands another one.
Stay busy. You heard the corner. Johson has landed more significant strikes in this fight.
He's just been more busy. Yeah. Whereas Dodson is just looking for that one home run hit.
Tried with the counter again. Look at Johson stay busy again there, Joe. Good example of what you just spoke of. Then he dives in looking for a takedown. And he gets it
down again. And he passes to side control this time, though. But it's low on side control, so the hip escape is possible. And Dodson gets it. Front headlock, though. Holding him in
careful.
position.
Yeah, gotta be careful. John McCarthy saw the knee and he said, you gotta be careful with the hand down from Dodson.
His hand was to the ground. You need him
Man,
to
do
the
I
head.
hate that rule.
Come here. Come here. Hey,
Let's take a look at it.
How you feeling? You want me to bring
As
a
soon as
doctor
the
to
hand
look at you?
touches,
I know you got
it
hit by a
becomes
knee,
illegal
all
to
right?
throw a knee. And that is a
Okay.
clear
I'll
violation
bring a
of the
doctor to
known
look at you. Just give me
rules.
some time. Okay.
And
Here we
he's
go.
looking at it like he's shocked, but you know, he should have
Look at
been
the
aware of
mouse,
that.
man. There's a mouse
Take a
where
look.
that knee
Can you see
landed.
me? Look at me with your bad eye. Am I ugly?
The answer would be yes,
All
John.
right, here we go. He just got kneed and went towards his eye, so it stunk him.
Big John McCarthy.
right here. No, I'm talking like right in the middle of that. Okay. So I have you close your eye inside. And then look at there. Okay. Now out here. Okay. Oh, my leg real good.
But what's the right answer
Right
there?
here.
The answer is yes. Unless you're Elaine McCarthy.
I wouldn't say he's ugly. Nah, he's just not beautiful. There you go. There's a big difference.
He's good?
Title
All right?
fight going to continue,
You
though.
tell me when you're... I just want you to get a little bit of time. Feeling good.
Let's take a look at it one more time, folks. This is a
Don't worry
clean,
about it.
illegal shot. The hands down. It's a blatant violation here. Yeah. I don't think that he realized it. I mean, well, I want to speak for him. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to think that he realized it, but he should have been
You
aware.
ready? You ready?
All right, the battle continues.
He apologized.
Yeah.
But the damage is done. That's a really significant
That's a
shot.
great point. That's a great point. We've seen that before, Joe.
Yeah.
And Michael Bisping, Jorge Rivera is a great example to illustrate your point that some of the damage is done already, but now Dodson seems more fired up. Shot to the body.
I would like Dodson to continue to attack those legs the way he was doing earlier. I think he's got to slow down some of the movement. There's only one way to do that. Because Demetrious is not going to get tired on his own.
Slow down the movement, do some damage. Total strikes in this fight. The champion with over 100 to the challenger's 71.
Yeah, it becomes a real problem now that you enter into the 4th and 5th rounds. This is uncharted territory for Dodson. And, you know, his confidence and his conditioning becomes questionable. Whereas Johson just presses forward, same thing, light on the toes, constantly attacking. And if you're watching this, it's very hard to score a round like this for Dodson unless he connects with a haymaker. So if he does, then he can win. Right. But if he doesn't, then the rounds go away, and he's forced to win that way.
4 takedowns have been scored as well. 8 takedown attempts have been stopped, but the 4 scored. And so far, no takedowns on the ledger of John Dodson.
Nice left hook for Demetrious. You hear Matt Hume is yelling pressure, he's going to break.
Which again goes back to what Rob Radford talked about. And knowing these fighters from Seattle very well and being up there for weeks at a time with Rich Franklin and working side by side with Demetrious Johnson. They both throw knees.
Very nice knee to the body there by DJ. A nice one to the face, but now Johnson has his leg. Or excuse me, Dodson has his leg.
Johnson slips it out. Now watch.
Now the hand
is down. It's up. It's down.
It's a stupid rule. It really is.
Well, a wise move done by Johnson either way to knee the leg, though, Joe.
Now he can knee the head. Now the hands are down. He can't knee the head. I mean, but it's almost like from his position, it's hard for him to even see where the hand is.
Which is a great point, even when you look back to the other illegal shot.
Yeah, he's just attacking the arm and the legs here.
So if you're a fighter, Joe, and you're the aggressor there, do you just err on the side of caution? Is that the way to handle this rule?
Well, I think that's exactly what he's doing. No one can answer that better than him, but now he's attacking that leg over and over and over again, and he forces him to defend with an arm. And once he does that, then he goes to the head. Now back up, now he knows if you go to the head. Now from this position, there's no doubt, because it's not low enough to touch the ground, but now here it gets questionable.
And now he is kneeing.
Those are very solid knees. And now he's forced to touch.
And he's cut.
And he's cut, so now he goes to the legs. But DJ is controlling his position. This is not where Dodson wants to be.
30 seconds on the
This
clock
is where you're not going to get out of this with explosion. You got to be technical. And he's getting chewed up. He's getting chewed up here, Mike. And he tried to get out of it with an explosion, with an elbow to the body. That's not how you're going to do it. You got to do that.
Nice.
He got hurt there. He got clipped.
Johnson really turning it on here late in the 4th round.
DJ is out championshiping him.
Yes, he is. Final seconds of this 4th. That great position of control led to damage.
Have a seat, little John. Breathe. Have a seat and breathe.
That was a significant round for the champion.
Calm your breathing down.
Big breaths. Give me 3 big breaths, little John.
Big breath through your mouth.
Big breath. Do it again. One more time. Don't play out and fight. It's worthwhile. All right, little John. Listen up. Let's back his ass up. Throw combos. You got it? Okay. Back him up.
And here we see the clinch. And look how he's doing this. Over and over again, attacking with these knees to the head. Dodson puts his hand down. He switches it up to the legs. As soon as he's got to defend against that, he's got to adjust, then he goes to the head.
I want you to keep working for the takedown. You got to Muay Thai clinch hard and then keep pressuring. Pressure.
Let's go.
And they want him to repeat that strategy. Clinch and elbows, clinch and knee.
And pressure.
And pressure.
5th and final round. Go after him, okay?
5th and final round. The champion, Demetrious Johnson. The challenger, John Dodson. The Ultimate Fighter Season 14 winner at 135. The first ever champion at 125. 5 minutes remain in this fight. Someone will leave with the belt. Our main event for the UFC Flyweight Championship here on Fox UFC Saturday. Nearly 100 kicks and knees landed, and many of those, Joe, were in that 4th round from that dominant position.
Nice leg kick there by DJ. And here's that clinch again. Nice knee to the body. Drops down here. What a beautifully timed takedown attempt. Is the speed in which he delivers that is one of the things that really separates him.
5th takedown scored by Demetrious Johson.
None by Dodson.
Correct. Mighty Mouse has stuffed all 3 of Dodson's attempts.
Dodson is in outstanding shape, there's no question about it, but he has slowed down. Johson is not. And then the question remains, does Dodson have it in him to deliver those powerful blows that he landed in the second that had Demetrious in trouble?
He's definitely behind on the scorecards now after that big 4th round by Demetrious Johson.
We say that, but we know how incompetent some of the judges truly are. So we might be wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Definitely, maybe.
People will be angry at us. Those are nice knees to the body here by Dodson.
Wow, check this out.
He climbed on top of him. He took advantage of the fact that Dodson was pressuring him, jumped up high, and he's doing it again. Holds himself there with his knees.
And there's that pressure. He's right in his face.
And he senses that Dodson's slowing down. He clipped him with a big punch. He's trying to finish here, Mike.
That's one way that's one way to not have to worry about a decision going against you. Just finish the fight.
And the difference is here, when Dodson clinches a hold of him, he's not going to get a break. And when Johson clinches a hold of him, the knees and the elbows come. Boom.
Under 3 minutes remain in this fight. He got knocked down early, but has poured it on since. Past the midway point of the 5th and final round here of our main event on Fox UFC Saturday.
And here is Dodson with a takedown attempt.
And he gets his first one. Just over 2 minutes now remain.
Right back up.
Dodson's got to unleash here.
Unquestionably. Give the judges the confidence.
Correct.
But he's just really doing a great job of keeping the pressure on Dodson. There's a nice knee. He just never lets you breathe. And Dodson's responding. He's doing that. He's responding, whereas DJ is pressing the action. And again, to the head. Nasty. That one hurt him. That one hurt him.
Nearly 170 significant strikes landed by the champion.
There's plenty of time here. This might be it.
He's up near 200 total strikes landed. Over 100 kicks and knees, and there's another big knee.
He mixes it up to the body and to the head. There's the plum clinch again. There's one right to the face. Another one. Oh, man. Oh, these are nasty.
Trying to get him.
Oh, to the body.
Dodson scoots out, though, with a smile on his face.
But again, that Muay Thai clinch, Dodson can't just take these knees to the face like this. But I don't know if he's got enough gas left in the tank to do anything different. He's just hanging in there and trying to absorb this punishment. This is a big championship performance in this 5th round.
It is. 30 seconds remain. And a man who's been there before, Joe.
20 seconds. Shoulder. Left shoulder, guys. Yes.
Again, another knee.
Big knees. Great clinch utilized tonight by the champion, by Mighty Mouse.
Beautiful job with the Muay Thai clinch.
123 kicks and knees landed. He's about to reach 200 significant strikes landed.
Over and over again.
Stopped at 199. The official decision of our championship fight when we come back. Our main event of the evening inside the United Center goes the distance. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Saldi Amano scores the contest 48-47. Gabriel Savada scores it 49-46. And Otto Torero scores it 48-47 for the winner. And still, the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johson.
I am here with the winner and still champion, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johson. You have defended your title on Fox in a really outstanding fight. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
First off, I want to thank everything at Xbox 360. Make sure you guys get ready for Tomb Raider. And it was a great fight. You know, I spent 14 weeks hard training camp, working my Muay Thai clinch, working on everything, trying to become a better mixed martial artist.
You got caught in the second round. Were you in any trouble at all during that time?
You know, I got days a little, but you know, I'm in great shape. It's going to happen. It's like going swimming. You're going to get splashed. You're going to get hit, so I'm all right.
Congratulations on an outstanding performance. I can't wait to see you fight again. You really epitomize what's best about MMA. Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johson, ladies and gentlemen.
Mighty Mouse defends championship for the first time. The move of the fight brought to you by Metro PCS, 4G LTE for all. And oh my goodness, the Muay Thai clinch, the knees utilized tonight to perfection by Demetrious Johson. 200 total significant strikes landed. Our Metro PCS move of the fight. Metro PCS, 4G LTE for all. Congratulations to the champion, Demetrious Johson. He has defended his flyweight championship for the very first time. To close things out, Kurt Menefee, Chael Sonnen, and Brian Stan. Kurt, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Goldie. As you mentioned, here with the UFC fighters, Chael Sonnen and Brian Stan. Let's talk about the fight we just saw. It seemed, though, Chael, the way it went is that the champion got stronger as the fight went on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the nerds of the world almost had reason to celebrate because John Dodson was this close to becoming world champion. I'll tell you, speed was the key to this fight. These two reminded me of jackrabbits on a date. They were all over the place, and they were there so fast. I don't have to deal with anybody like that. Brian can attest, we don't deal with guys with this kind of speed and skill set. It wasn't without controversy. Look, guys, there was an illegal knee. This isn't my opinion. The referee called it illegal. He stopped the fight. He brought the doctors in. He did not take a point away.
Jackrabbits on a date. I thought with Bradshaw not beside me, I wouldn't have to hear any animal stories tonight. That's crazy. And let's talk about really what may have been the fight of the night, although that was a good one. Glover Teixeira making sure that everyone knows that he has arrived in a unanimous decision over Rampage.
And it was a very versatile attack of Glover Teixeira. You saw him utilize leg kicks, combinations, both to the head, to the body, and nobody, I don't remember anyone taking down Quinton Jackson that many times and so effortlessly in the history of the UFC while Quinton Jackson's been here. But we did not see Quinton Jackson vary his attacks. Saw one leg kick, saw a couple takedown attempts, and it was that varied attack, taking him down on the ground, keeping him standing, and Glover Teixeira showed everyone he's here and he's a contender.
Well, we'll certainly hear more from him. Of course, the flyweights were the main event tonight. Next Saturday, the lighter weights keep center stage as the featherweights go at it.
Greatest featherweight champion in the history of the sport. It's going to be very difficult to think of who can challenge you at this point.
I've heard this story before.
You can never count this kid out. One of the best of all time. Frankie Edgar. Featherweight champion, just say Aldo. Alistair Overeem.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Good left hand by Teixeira.
All right, when we are done, your late local news comes up, followed by a repeat of the Ultimate Fighter, Chael Sonnen and John Jones leading their respective teams. And don't forget to tune into Fuel TV for the UFC post-fight show with John Anik, Chael Sonnen, and bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz along with Ariel Helwan. For Brian, Chael, and our entire Fox crew, thanks for sticking with us tonight. I'm Kurt Menefee. Good night, and thank you for watching Fox UFC Saturday. Demetrious Johson prevails, holding on to his flyweight title here on Fox.